Eagles visit the Trump White House if invited? It's complicated. For the better part of 2 decades, winning the Super Bowl came with a certain celebratory cadence. Winning players smoked cigars and sprayed beer in the locker room. They popped bottles of champagne while parading through their cities. And then, eventually, they put on suits and visited the president at the White House. The 2016 election of President Donald Trump, however, complicated that last ceremonial step. And now that he is back in office, the recently crowned Philadelphia Eagles will be the first NFL team to face the increasingly thorny prospect of a visit to the White House. I'd be honored to go, regardless of who the president is, but we'll see, Eagles offensive lineman Lane Johnson said Sunday night, according to Sportico. It's ultimately a team decision. I'll do what's best for the team. The tradition of visiting the White House was once seen as almost automatic for championship teams in major professional sports leagues, particularly the NFL. Between 2001 and 2016, all but one Super Bowl winning team made the trip, shaking hands and taking photos with presidents of both parties. During Trump's first term, however, only one of the 4 Super Bowl winning teams made a White House visit, at least in part because of the president's verbal attacks on the league, and players who kneeled during the national anthem to protest racial inequality. In 2018, he stunningly disinvited the Eagles on the eve of their scheduled trip, with then White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders publicly ripping the organization as trying to pull a political stunt. NFL Network reported that the Eagles had planned to send a contingent of fewer than 10 players to the ceremony. The White House instead hosted a brief, awkward event that it described as a celebration of America. Eagles spokespeople did not immediately reply to a message from USA Today Sports on Monday morning about whether the team has been invited to visit the White House after its most recent Super Bowl win, or whether it would attend if invited. And owner Jeffrey Lurie demurred when asked about a hypothetical visit last week by Front Office Sports. Such decisions are commonly made weeks and sometimes months after a Super Bowl victory. But since Trump was on hand at the Superdome to see the Eagles demolish the Kansas City Chiefs, the question is not going away. And regardless of where the organization lands, experts said it's clear that the stakes of a White House visit have changed. I just think the politics of today are so polarized that whatever you do, you're going to be perceived to be supporting a political platform